What up, guys? ShadyCash here, bringing you another commentary. Playing a match of domination here, and it's a few days old. I've been kind of holding off playing very much Call of Duty for the past few days just because, the map pack gets released, I'm guessing, within the next 12 hours of when I'm doing this commentary, and I just have a feeling, with the double XP and all the new maps, I'm going to be playing a lot of Call of Duty over the next few days, and I just wanted to be fresh and, not get sick over the next few days, which I don't really see happening anyway. But anyways, I get off to a pretty bad start in this match. I get one kill, I think, and then I end up dying 4 times in a row. And I try, and when I play games, I try not to get in the habit of dying. I don't know if that makes any sense, but sometimes, you go to an area and you get shot and you die, and you go back kind of just the exact same way, running at the same team, with the same tactic, and you're going to get the same result. And it's just important to realize when that's happening and switch up what you're trying to do. I sped it up there a little bit for you because, I'm sure nobody wants to watch me die over and over again, including myself. So I had mentioned in a earlier commentary I had done, about I've been playing first-person shooters now for nearly 2 decades, and I had some pretty dorked out stories to tell. I've gone to some extreme lengths, I guess you could call it, for the love of the game, and I guess I just wanted to tell you guys a few of those, and about, some of the first-person shooters I've played over the years that have kind of, I guess you could say, left a mark on me, or kept me continually interested in, this genre of gaming. And definitely, the one that sticks out first is Wolfenstein 3D. I'm not trying to name drop or anything. I really am that old. I remember, it was like a Friday, and I got home from school, and my dad was home for the weekend. He used to work for this kind of big company and travel around a lot, and he was home from the office, and somebody had gotten him Wolfenstein 3D, I think just the shareware version. And the man, he had no interest in video games, let alone something like that. But I picked up the case and saw something about killing Nazis, and was just like, hell yeah, who doesn't want to kill some Nazis? And installed it on the computer and played it until my parents made me go to bed. Went upstairs, pretended to fall asleep, came back down, and played it for the whole rest of the night, sitting at this desk. The next day, I had developed a kink in my neck, so I couldn't turn my head left or right, and went to the mall in our town with my parents, and felt like BJ from that game all day, just walking around corridors, with that, like, tank thing going on with my neck. It was kind of a trip, but I guess the next first-person shooter I really remember after that playing is Doom. That game, it was amazing. I definitely, I used to play that game for just hours on the PC. Got all the, what do you call them, additions for it or whatever that they came out with. I never did any modding back then. I didn't know too much about that. I remember I used to have to make boot disks for our computer to kind of trick it into running games, like, having it boot without certain things that weren't necessary to run certain games, but never did any modding or anything like that, but definitely played the hell out of all the add-ons and everything. Same thing with Doom 2, love that game. Played Hexen, I don't know if you guys remember that, but it was on the PC. Definitely wasn't left a impression on me like Doom did, but it was still a really good game. It was kind of like a medieval type first-person shooter. After that, I definitely remember playing Duke Nukem 3D quite a bit. That was really the last first-person shooter I remember playing on our PC because any ones that really came out after that, our computer just wasn't up to snuff. No matter what I did, I couldn't trick them into running Quake or anything like that. So I remember going over to a buddy's house and seeing it and being like, damn, that game looks smooth. Back then it just blew me away, but never really got a chance to play it very much or anything like that. The next first-person shooter I really remember that definitely stuck out for me. I spent some years playing it. Was GoldenEye for the 64. It came out, in '97, and I went to college in '98. So when I was in college, it was kind of the big thing there. I used to just kind of troll the hallways and walk around and look for people's doors open. Everybody used to leave their doors to their dorm open and look for people playing GoldenEye and just be like, hey, can I get an online game? And by the time, I ended up leaving that college or whatever, I was just pretty much known as that kid you didn't want to play in GoldenEye. After that, I remember playing Perfect Dark a little bit. I never got super into it like I did GoldenEye. I remember going to Software Exciter or GameStop, whatever it was called at the time, on the release day for the Xbox. And it wasn't because I planned on getting one. I'd actually pre-ordered a GameCube and did end up getting that also, but I just, I was really into games, and I just always go to launches and, wanted to see what all happened on launch day and everything. And I get there, and my buddy that was working was like, man, you gotta play this game. You're gonna love it. And I was like, alright, Spent like 15 minutes on the demo unit playing Doom, and ended up buying an Xbox. By the time everything was said and done, well, I remember that night, my buddy Captain Cheo came over to my apartment, and we stayed up the entire night and beat the campaign. And, by the time everything was said and done, shortly after I got my first house, and when I moved in there, I ended up getting 2 more Xboxes and drilling holes in my floors and walls to run Ethernet cables so that we could have, 12-player matches, or sometimes even if there was only, 4 of us, we'd 2 on each TV so you couldn't look at each other's screens. And, I really dorked out over that game. Halo 2, when that came out, I remember, I bought... Well, before it came out, I actually modded an Xbox just so I could play the French version a few weeks early. And that was the only thing I ever did with it. Usually I don't, mod games or, ones like that. I don't support, getting games for free on the download or anything like that, or for dirt cheap where the developer doesn't get money. But Bungie shouldn't be mad at me, because I ended up, I trashed that Xbox and bought 3 versions, 3 of the, special edition of Halo 2 on the day it was released, so that, I had 12 friends all lined up so we could play 12 players at my house, and ended up dorking out online with that game. Didn't get too much into Halo 3. I don't know, the magic had kind of worn off for then by me, but I played the hell out of Unreal 3 on the Xbox 360. I was actually ranked 34th on Team Deathmatch, which I don't, like I've said in a previous commentary, I think I said something about that. I don't think that's saying a lot, because I don't think a lot of people played on there. I think that's what I was doing when everybody else was playing COD 4. But, I love Unreal. That game's amazing. I wish my computer had been good enough to run it back in the day. Facing Worlds is still probably my favorite multiplayer map of all time on any game. And I remember playing Morbius Arena, and it was just insane. I was sick of it by the time I stopped playing that game, but I remember just shooting rockets down the hallway and having it say monster kill so fast it sounded like an Unreal remix, and then getting shot and coming back to life and getting a triple kill off a rocket I had fired in the previous life. So yeah, that was a fast-paced level. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I appreciate the views, and I hope you enjoyed it.